Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match reaction to Arsenal 2, Everton 0. Frustrating, I think, is the word I would use to describe that. I thought Everton played very well up to a point today. It's so frustrating that this record exists. How many times we've lost at the Emirates. It's ridiculous to me that this is still a thing. But it is, and so we have to deal with it. Marco Silva made some changes. Dominic Calvert-Lewin came in up front instead of Cenk Tosun. Richarlison came back in on the left-hand side as well. And Michael Keane, surprisingly, straight back in the starting lineup. I thought Michael Keane was excellent today. I thought he played really well alongside Zuma. And Everton started off the game really well. I mean, the one straight away that Dominic Calvert-Lewin gets played in, what he is thinking of, I'll never know. Just roll that across the box. Richarlison taps it in and we're 1-0 up inside 2 minutes. But he hesitates, tries to go round Czech. It's just really, really poor. We had another one with Theo Walcott with his touches poor when he's in on the goal after Sigurdsson had done ever so well to release him. Richarlison, one each bends just wide, similar to his goal at Wolves. Another two that he's put. We were excellent attacking, counter-attacking, and they were struggling to live with us, to be honest. At the other end, Arsenal will always carry a threat. They will, because they're a good footballing side, and they had an opportunity. Aaron Ramsey, I think it might have been the shot, and Jordan Pickford makes a great save. And that was really it. In the first half, to be honest, from Arsenal's perspective, Everton were by far the better side, by far the more clinical, more dangerous side, but we didn't take our chances. They weren't clinical. By far the better side, looked a real threat on the break and missed chances. And if you miss chances against a side like Arsenal, at some stage you will pay for it, and that's exactly what's happened. And it's annoying and it's frustrating that we just don't seem to get the rub of the green in these kind of games with a little bit of good fortune. I mean, Torella in midfield, he should have been sent off. Simple as. He's been booked and it's a late challenge. Now, normally I'd probably just go, well, he's got to be allowed to tackle, but it annoys me as an Evertonian, the decisions we've had against us already this season. It's ridiculous. I'm not being a big conspiracy theorist and just say it's all against Everton, but the officials are horrendous, and we have had it every game. Just really poor officiating, and it happened again today. Jack sent off at Wolves the other week for nothing, literally a slide tackle, nothing. And this kid today does 2 poor challenges and it stays on the pitch. It's bonkers, absolutely bonkers. Go in at half time, Everton the better side. Come out into the second half, started off the better side again. Just looked again, just in total control of the game. And okay, Arsenal may have had the penalty. The ball hits John Joe Kenny's hand. If it hits his hand in the box, should it be a pen? I think it probably should. But a minute later, in true Everton style, we get away with something and we're punished a minute later anyway. And Lacazette scores an absolute worldie, having touched the ball about 8 times in the game. Tom Davis stretches to clear a ball, doesn't get enough on it. He comes back in. John Joe Kenny shows Lacazette onto his right foot instead of blocking that off. It's a brilliant goal. I think John Joe's got to give him something to bend around him. He's got to get out quicker to that. But 1-0 down, like I say, totally against the run of play. We clear our heads, and before you know it, Everton do Everton, and it's 2-0. It's 2 goals in 3 minutes, like happens quite often to Everton. But the second goal most definitely shouldn't have stood. I mean, what Kurt Zouma, who I thought had a decent game, what he is doing on this goal is pathetic. He gets the tackle in, and instead of just leathering it down the line and getting our shape, he tries a stupid little pass to nobody. They play it back in round them, and they're racing through. Okay, the ball's played across. Ramsey slips, of course he does, and the ball stays with him. He backheels it. Aubameyang's offside, miles offside, really. And the linesman's only got one job. flag stays down, goal goes in, and you just look and go, there you go. More incompetence. That's punished us again. So you know all the people that like to tell you, it evens itself out over the season. Tell you what, we're in for a cracking few months. If it's going to even itself out, we're winning all sorts this season. Because already I can count 10 decisions that have been horrendous against Everton. So these officials, listen, whether you want to, you go conspiracy or you don't, forget the conspiracy. They are piss poor, these officials, really, really bad. The goal stands 2-0. We lost our shape totally for 20 minutes. Then we looked like everything went, and they've got to avoid that. They've got to keep their heads up. We got back hold of it again. The last 10 minutes had another little go. Obviously, Tosun came on and had a shot, and Bernard come on and showed a couple of flashes. Lucas Dean hits the bar. Czech again makes another good save. When you lose the game 2-0, it's frustrating because you come away and you think, we've lost this game, but I don't think we deserve to lose this game. It was so much better than last week's performance against West Ham. And Everton have been quite good away this season, so we've got to work out a way to transfer that play to our home games and take our chances. Because at the minute, we're just missing too many chances at important times. We did last week, which could have ended up getting us a draw, and we didn't. And today, who knows if we'd have got the first goal, maybe we'd have gone on and won the game. But we haven't. We've lost. It's frustrating, but a much better performance than what we've seen in the last couple of games. We've got to go and be Fulham now. And if we play like that, I think we will. But we've got to start taking our chances. There you go. Fair play to Arsenal. He put us to the sword again. No surprise there. And it finished Arsenal 2, Everton 0. So check out Ped's instant match reaction. If you haven't subbed to us, please do. It only takes a second. And if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. See you later.